right, so I start my day with some water, creatine, electrolytes, and coffee. And then I have my breakfast, beef, eggs, snap pea mix. I keep my carbs around my workouts and before bed, so breakfast is typically low carb. And then I go into the club to train some clients. Next, I have some virtual clients, so I train them in the wine room. I get some steps in while I'm doing my virtuals, and then I get more steps in between clients. Try to get outside if I can, if I have breaks during the day. And then another break between clients, my pre-workout meal, chicken, potatoes, green beans, and apple. And then time for my pre-workout on my way to the gym. It's the Legion Pulse Stim Free. I like this because I train in the afternoons, so I don't want to have caffeine in my pre-workout because then it's going to affect my sleep at night. I like the Legion because they have clinically effective ingredients and doses, and their ingredients are peer reviewed. So basically, other experts in the field assess to make sure that there is enough of the effective ingredients to make it be effective. And so next I have my posterior day. So I like to use the belt for deadlifts for core bracing and just to give me feedback on my core bracing and just to help with core stability. So the more stable you are, the stronger you are. And then I use the Versa grips. So I'm training to load my glutes and hamstrings in this exercise. My grip is much weaker than my glutes and hamstrings, so I use the Versa grips so that my grip doesn't limit the amount of weight that I can use to stimulate the glutes and hamstrings. And I'll leave my affiliate link for the Versa grips in the description. But when it comes to training for building muscle, it's really about squeezing the most out of every rep. So as you can see with each rep, I'm going slow, and what I'm focusing on is really making sure that my technique is on point and I'm controlling each rep with the target muscle. So here, the glutes and hamstrings are controlling each rep. A lot of the same principles apply to these glute step downs. Again, I'm using the Versa grips so that my grip isn't limiting the amount of weight I can use. And here, my glutes are really controlling every single rep. Now I'm getting a little bit more fatigued, so I started to cheat a little bit on the way up, but still continuing to really own that lowering with the glute and taking a little bit more mental preparation before each rep, especially as I get more tired. Now the reps are really starting to slow down, so the set is getting towards the end. Continuing to own it with the glute. And here I have my rear delt rows. So for these, I'm focused on driving my elbows apart and then owning the end of each rep with the muscles on the back of my shoulders, so the rear delts. Now the rear delts are starting to get more fatigued, so my shoulder blades are taking over, trying to Squeeze out a few more reps. And I start to use more momentum towards the end here as I get more fatigued. And then I finish my steps for the day. My post-workout meal, same as breakfast, but now I have carbs, so oats and blueberries and apple. I usually just multitask and cook my post-workout and then breakfast for the next day at the same time. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe for